5 secrets water ionizer companies don't want you to know. Before you spend $1,200 to up to $5,000 on a water ionizer, pay close attention to these 5 issues. Knowing this information can save you hundreds and even thousands of dollars, and it'll help you choose the best water ionizer for you. And those 5 things are: number 1, did you know that most water ionizers are using unsafe plastics? That's right. Most plastic products, from sippy cups to plastic hoses, can release chemicals that act like the sex hormone estrogen, according to a study in Environmental Health Perspectives. Also, the National Toxicology Program, a division of the National Institute of Health, says it has some concern about potential BPA. Now, that's one of the chemicals you find in plastics, but its exposure to the brains and prostate glands of fetuses, infants, and children. Other agencies say they have lingering, unresolved questions about this chemical. So to protect yourself and make sure your water ionizer has safe plastics, they have to say FDA-approved safe plastics. Number 2, did you know that some ionizers use chemicals to change the pH range? So to enhance the pH level, some water ionizer companies recommend and sell you the following chemical. And this is right off of their bottle. On the left, you'll see it says "not for drinking" on the label. And it's called an electrolysis enhancer. So what it does is it's actually expanding the range of pH they can claim. But on the right, you'll see on the far right, the 2 chemicals that are in this substance that you're actually going to add, they asking you to add back into the ionizer, is sodium chloride, which is harmless enough, but sodium hypochlorite. And if you look that up on Wikipedia, as you see at the bottom, it's commonly known as bleach or Clorox. So it's great for the pH numbers, but I have to question why they'd put something so toxic and ask me to put that into my body. And as you'll see, 2 of the major brands on the market, and the most expensive one actually asks you to inject these chemicals into the water to expand the pH range they offer. But you don't have to. Number 3. Untested electronics. Now, there's a certain range of electronic safety that you'll find in the U.S., but it doesn't really have a lot to do with power supply consistency, and that consistency is going to determine not only the ORB values, but also the longevity and the value of the product. And there are 3 different certifications you tend to see on U.S. products or products sold in the U.S. First is UL certified. That's your most basic underwriter's laboratory, independent lab tests. And so it's kind of your basic range. CE, and now that's a European Commission standard for industrial products. The one thing about that is interesting is that it can be self-certified by the manufacturer. That means that they don't necessarily do the testing themselves, but they leave it up to the manufacturer in many cases. But the one you really want to look for is ETL certified. Now that's the most expensive certification. And what's so good about it is that means a product has met the requirements of 200 prescribed product safety standards. But even more important for water ionizers, because most are sold or created or manufactured in China and in the Orient, where the standards are completely different than you find in the U.S. And as you know from China, the standards sometimes just aren't that high or conscious. But what's important about the ETL standard is this. Moreover, the mark indicates that the manufacturer's production site conforms to a range of compliance measures and is subject to periodic follow-up inspections to verify continued performance. So that's really important if you want something that's really well tested and really high quality, that it has this label. Number 4. Huge markups. Now, the ionizer industry doesn't want you to know this, but it's exactly the reason why you see hundreds of different brands showing up on the market. $1,200 to $5,000 is an expensive investment, and it's expensive because I think most of them are basically overpriced. And the reason the markups are so high is that the MLM and the network marketing industry has found these to be very profitable, and they have to pay a level of commissions back to distributors. So there has to be enough money for a number of levels of distributors. And then you have pretty high distributor markups as well for just regular distributors. And then you also have retail markups on these water ionizers as well too. So the solution for this is really to save hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Purchase online directly from a water ionizer manufacturer if or whenever possible. And finally, number 5, the world's best water ionizer is now only $895. It's called the Alive Water Ionizer, and it's the only one sold in the U.S. that has FDA-approved plastics. It's the only one in the U.S. as of this date that is ETL rated. It doesn't use chemicals. It has advanced electronics, so you can use it as an under-counter model, which is an option with the faucet that you have on the top. It uses some of the latest technology and has a lifetime warranty. Other things about it include it has 7 plates. It has 7 preset pH levels. It's got quick connect hoses. Now that means you can set it up very easily. You don't need clamps or pliers. And then it's got the highest quality platinum titanium plates as well. And there here you see a little picture of the 2-headed specially made countertop faucet, which allows you to get one faucet. If you mount it under counter, one faucet will give you your alkaline water, and then the other little faucet is one you can use to fill up, to wash things, and to enhance the quality of your plants, etc. So I really challenge you to compare the Alive Water Ionizer to any water ionizer on the market. To see that comparison chart and watch videos and read reviews on it, see the link below, and via the link below you can also find out how to get free shipping. So I invite you to join and take a look at the Alive Water Ionizer.